Hello readers! Today we're going to read Chickens Aren't the Only Ones, written and illustrated by Ruth Heller. This is a book about animals who lay eggs. Now readers, as we share this story today, I want you to be keeping in mind your schema. Now schema is everything that you already know about a subject. And what readers do is they think about what they already know, and then when they hear that new information, they're able to file it away in their mind so that it makes more sense to them and they understand what they're reading a little bit better. So friends, before we read this story, I want you to stop and think for a moment. A piece of paper nearby might be a good place for you to jot down, either drawing or writing. What do you already know about animals that lay eggs? We learned about a few before we had to do our distance learning. Think and write about what you already know, that's your schema, and then once we're finished, you're going to add some of your new learning to your writing. All right, let's begin. Chickens Aren't the Only Ones, a book about animals that lay eggs. Chickens lay the eggs you buy, and the eggs you boil or fry or dye, or leave alone so you can see what grew inside naturally. Chickens aren't the only ones. Every bird, wild or tame, does the same. The ostrich lays the largest egg, the hummingbird the smallest. Chickens aren't the only ones. Most snakes lay eggs, and lizards too, and crocodiles and turtles do. And dinosaurs, who are extinct, but they were reptiles too. Frogs and toads and salamanders lay eggs, and when they hatch, they're tadpoles who grow legs and climb a lily pad, just like their mom and dad. They don't have claws or scaly skins. They are called amphibians. Fish eggs float up to the surface or sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. The mother seahorse lays her eggs into the father's pouch. He keeps them there until they hatch, and then he's through. I think that's nice of him, don't you? These fathers, too, are helping out by guarding eggs protected by that foamy mass that's floating by, and they won't leave until they're sure that all the eggs have hatched. These don't look like eggs to me, but they were laid in the sea. This one by a shark, this one by a ray, is a mermaid's purse, they say. The octopus is said to shed 100,000 eggs, and then to hang them up in strings attached to the rocks or caves. The moon snail's eggs are mixed with sand to form this collared-looking band. Spiders wrap their eggs in sacks, and snails, you know, are very slow, but they lay eggs that hatch and grow. And so do insects, who have six legs and lay many different kinds of eggs. This one will hatch into a caterpillar who will grow and grow and grow and climb the stem and change into this, a chrysalis, and change again one summer morn. That is how a butterfly is born. Animals with fur or hair who nurse their young and don't lay eggs are known as mammals or mammalia. But these are two exceptions, and they both live in Australia: the spiny anteater and the duckbill platypus. Chickens aren't the only ones. There's no more to discuss. Everyone who lays an egg is called oviparous. Animals who don't lay eggs have babies born alive and well, but that's another tale to tell. All right, friends, let's see where you can record your responses for today's schema. Find 2.1 CATOO for chickens aren't the only ones schema. Click Add Response. Find your name and icon. And for this activity today, there's only one page. If you wrote down what you already knew about animals that lay eggs, this is where I would like for you to draw and write on Seesaw so that I can see what you already knew about animals that lay eggs. Over here, I want you to think about any of that new information that you heard. Maybe it surprised you. Maybe you didn't know that there were animals that were mammals that also laid eggs. Maybe you didn't realize that a salamander was oviparous. Or maybe you thought it was kind of cool that a raised egg sac is called a mermaid's purse. Whatever was new information for you, I'd like for you to draw a sketch here and then use the pencil or the text tool and go ahead and write a quick sentence about it. Once you're finished, click the green check to submit.